Hello, my little munchkins, my little crones, and my sunflowers. How are you on this fine, fine Monday evening? Well, we're going to the end of summer.
That is true.
The end of summer, the end of summer. And baby Cone reminded me that we didn't use the hot tub none this summer.
That is true.
We're going to have to get busy.
Yes, we are.
Okay, what else did we say we was going to do this summer? We had to do something. We didn't. It was just a rainy summer, wasn't it?
That is also true.
But nevertheless, we hope your day was great. We hope you had a wonderful weekend. Well, as for baby Crone and I, everything is doing good. However, let's just stop with the small talk and let's just get in what we come here for. What is it? Tell me.
Yes, it is Sister Wives.
Sister Wives. Now,
Wives.
before we go on any further, I just got to, I jump all over the place. Mm-hmm. If I didn't know any better.
All right.
We're going to skip, but I got to deal with this. I can't even ignore it. I would do a GoFundMe for Janelle.
Yes.
Except that I know that this was a year ago.
Yes.
And I can't get caught up, but literally it brought me to tears.
Yeah.
The very thing that we've all known. And I even said when, I didn't even see the part when she said turn off the camera.
Right. Well, she said shut it off.
Shut it off. When she reached to grab for him, I told baby Crone her spirit has been crushed. Did I say it?
Yes, you did.
I felt it. And so to see her fight back the tears and say, I'm a 50-year-old woman. Well, now a 51-year-old woman, because a year has gone by.
A year has gone
and
by.
it's like, what do I do now? You know what, people? I'm saying it. If it had to come down and somebody starts a GoFundMe, if we hear that she's not doing well, we could do something. I'm sorry. I just have to say it. That's how I felt. That's how horrible I felt. And on another tip before we go in, and another thing that really troubled me, I told you, Dakota is talking about going to the dark side. I don't know what they're going to do because Robin definitely said, I told you, Robin wants this plural marriage.
Yes,
and
she does.
And it seems like Cody do not at all. So with that being started, I had to vent my frustrations because when I saw Janelle,
Yes.
the daughter wasn't sad to me.
No, she seemed kind of lost.
She seemed like she was young, right? She just seemed like, that's my dad. I don't expect anything. But Janelle, to see 30-something years come to an abrupt end over another woman, and you can't even compete with her.
No.
Go ahead, baby. Let's get it started. Go ahead. I had to vent my emotions before we go on, and we'll deal with all of it. Go ahead, baby. Crone, start it.
Okay. All right. First, starting off with the episode, we had really Cody and Janelle recapping their fight as we started briefly mentioning and talking about. So Cody talks how he sees Janelle as being mean. Sometimes I don't even want to quote some of the stuff he says or even talk about him because he's like so petty, tit for tat, and he's so projecting on everybody that I'm just like, Cody, literally everything you're saying is exactly who you are. You're just saying everybody else is this because you don't want to accept yourself and who you really are. Which brings us to how we saw Janelle being heartbroken, but also how it was kind of weird because then we started going into the 3 different Christmases, like 3 different separate Christmas families. Mary did go over to Robin and Cody's house. Then Janelle had Christmas with her family because Christine wasn't in Flagstaff yet. And then Christine had Christmas with her little family.
Because it was such a stink.
Yeah, it was kind of awkward
It was
watching
such
it.
a stink. They had no choice but to make it like, oh, you do you do you, and we do you. Because if anything would have done, Janelle would have paid the cost.
Yes, and it was
So they
very
had no other
awkward
choice.
for the kids.
Okay,
it
what
probably
else?
would have ruined the holiday if something bad would have went
The
on.
holidays, from what Cody said that he doesn't want to be bothered, paraphrasing, because he's going to enjoy this holiday season. At the time, he had not spoken to Janelle in 10 days.
Yep.
And it is after Christmas, and he still hadn't spoken to her.
Nope.
And she, neither nor she, him. So.
Yes. And one thing we did notice is kind of like the weird way Cody brought motor spikes for his kids and Robin's against it. She's just like, I think it's unsafe, but I think he's compensating for the awkward Christmas we're having this year, which I could understand.
And then one of the things that he did say, and it wasn't even that expensive, something to the I was like, you taghead and get out of here. More than what you gave your own kids.
Exactly, and they get to see
And why
this.
would little kids be on a moped?
Yes.
But the thing that really bothered me, the oldest girl, I think she was there, she came up downstairs like a little kid.
Yes, she did.
Okay.
No, you're
you
not
would
wrong.
think, okay.
Yep, she enjoyed Christmas just as if she was a little kid.
The 18-year-old. She came
Just
up
got
and
her
was
ears
like,
pierced.
that was her.
Yes.
And she was like that with Chris.
Yes, when she saw the motorbikes. But yes.
That really, okay.
Yes, and not only is it a tradition that the kids every year get pajamas
From Mary.
she decided to switch it up and give them blankets, and they were elated by it.
But they had tons and tons of gifts.
Yes, they did.
So and this thing about Cody with the Christmas curl ornaments.
Yes.
You know
that
what?
Robin collects for Cody.
I believe that, yes, but that is a collector's item, and it seems very expensive, and it seems like something that she's invested in for herself. She may use Cody.
Yes.
Come on now. That was more like, oh, Cody liked this, but I love this. And she's got this whole beautiful town. That's a collector's item. I bet you bottom dollar. That's a collector's item. Yes. That's got
Christmas
that's got Cody's front, but they ain't got nothing to do with Cody. Believe that. That's Robin.
Yes. In Christine's household, it was not Christine, on Janelle's household, it was very interesting to hear how both Janelle and the kids enjoyed the peaceful Christmas. It was nice to hear that and it was interesting that they used the word peaceful.
Don't Janelle have more children than that?
I think she does. I thought
Didn't
she had
have
like six?
And how many was there? 3?
3 or 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
She had 2 boys and a girl there.
Oh, yep, you're right. So it was just half her kids were there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, interesting.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Is McKelty Christine or Janelle's kid?
Excuse me. Who was McKelty?
McKelty's the one that still hangs out with Robin, and she's like the bridge of the family.
For me, I'm being honest, I don't like those kind.
Okay.
I don't like people, either I'm loyal, and I'm like this. Either you're going to stand with or against. I'm not saying, I don't know how you could be loyal to that.
That is true.
I would have a trouble time. I wouldn't say nothing. You do you, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
You would have to be selective about what you tell her.
I will always wonder. I would always feel insecure. You're not loyal. You're in the middle, and
that means you might not take up for me. Who knows?
Yeah, you understand. I would have those insecurities. So for me, McKelty,
yes.
No, I would distance myself with her a little. Not in a mean way, but I would be very leery of what I say, because I just would think that you in the middle, and people in the middle, they talk. They like to be on both sides. They like to be on the middle. They ain't choosing. They think they be safe in the middle. And with that, no.
Yes. Now.
And that's her father, and I understand it. But she's close with Robin, too. She wanted Robin there for her baby. So that would have just been too much for me. Okay, I spoke on it. All right, go ahead.
Now, I would like to talk about the Mary, Cody, and Robin dynamic.
Go ahead.
Because, did Robin and Cody talk about when Mary's over, the PDA and love affection has to go down. It has to be like low key when Mary's around.
And also, Robin said it when the children was over there. So what they do, they be fondling and playing with each other. I mean,
Do they not want Mary to be jealous?
I don't know why Mary put herself through it.
Yeah, she said she feels like the other woman.
No, I don't get it. Like it doesn't make sense anymore. This doesn't make sense. It's no way. She gripes about it.
She does.
But she shows up. No paycheck would be worth it for me.
Yeah.
I would have to get with the other women. I would have to just say, guys,
But we
can
do
I
know
come and
Mary
spend-
leaves.
Huh?
I said we do know that Mary leaves towards later.
Well, we know that she's not there, but I'm just trying to stay in the spirit of where we are.
Yes.
Because didn't I hear me say earlier I would get a GoFundMe, but I know that was a year ago, so it's really nothing that I could do about it. Right.
That is true, but yeah, you really do have to feel for Mary. I guess.
And
you
I
can't
do feel for Mary. I do. But I'm saying about time. Because I'm looking at her and nothing. All I would know is this woman broke up our home and stole my husband and I helped her do it. I did this. I did it behind the other wives' back.
Yes.
I did it. Maybe I did it to be mean. Or maybe I did it to be strong on the other women. But whatever I did, I tore this family up. Because Mary, you was a part of that.
Yeah, she was.
And it's and the thing when he was saying about his wives, he's devastated over Christine. But then he says, "What am I going to do with Mary? It's like she's a piece of old furniture. Like, what am I do with that old Mary? If I was Mary and I hear, what am I going to do with Mary? Like, she won't go.
Right.
I don't want her.
Yeah, who gonna want her?
And then he's saying things like, this is our house and she's like a third wheel. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh God, he doesn't even acknowledge her as a wife.
No.
That's the kicker.
And Mary even acknowledged it. She was like, I'm 100% sure he regrets marrying me.
But yes, was she there for Robin? It doesn't make any sense at all. But go ahead.
No. And what doesn't make sense is seeing Janelle being in denial about the whole Cody, because she was like, I'm not sure if this has been the man I've always been married to.
I told you all that Janelle was in love with the idea of Cody. She's in love with him. She's been with him for 30-something years. It's the way it is. She doesn't have to sweat. She's got a husband and namesake. You know? Now can I go in the way I really feel?
Okay.
Now, don't judge me. I'm just going by my feelings, and they feel it. Janelle was an overweight woman.
Yes.
She's a beautiful woman.
Very.
But she's an overweight woman, and she she ain't gonna go out there and get something like Christine, in my opinion. And I'm not saying it, I'm just going to talk about it. Don't judge me. This has nothing to do with it because I'm going somewhere with it. And I think that Janelle have low self-esteem because she hides behind it. But at the end of the day, she realizes, oh my God, I've been hiding and now I have nothing. I've given out. I've been loyal. She's been loyal to this. Whatever her and that thing that Cody had, she realizes, uh-oh, it's not working. Many times I've left Cody, several times, not many. Couple of times I separated from Cody. But now Cody don't give a John Brown if I stay or go. It's real now. So now she's faced with the inevitable.
Yeah.
She's faced with, oh my God, financially, I'm at a loss. She said several times, I'm 50 years old.
Yeah.
She says, I don't want to date. No, she just doesn't feel like she's attractive because she gave Cody her best years. Let's put it out there.
Yeah, you're right.
And I have nothing against, because I think Janelle is beautiful. I think that she should stick with her diet. And apparently she probably stress eat. I seen them do it at the thing.
Yes, you're right.
So they probably stress eat. You know? And I look at those high rich foods they eat. No judgment. I'm just saying. So if Janelle wanted to lose the weight, for me, this is about health.
Yes.
This is about health. And I think that she just allowed herself to get complacent where she's at. But pulling off the sheet, now she's got to accept who I am, why I did this, how I allowed this, why I let myself get comfortable, why did I close my eyes. I know better because low self-esteem.
I like that.
Low self-esteem. And with the weight, it doesn't help, you know, and with the weight. And I understand, because I say this out of love. I grew up with obesity with people, and I understand the struggle. So it's not easy. And that's why I'm saying my heart went out for her. Ooh, and even to the point where she said she doesn't even know what it's like to be loved by a man. She don't even know what it's like to be having fun. All she knows is this broke down shack of a relationship.
Yeah.
And she's finding it hard to pull away. So yes, a part of it is true, but a part of it is her not wanting to let go. So yeah, she says it because I can see through Janelle. She's not being honest. So yeah, you see it. It's like he's asking me to do the one thing that I can't do. And that is give up my kids.
Yes.
That's it. I'll do anything but give up my kids. And this is what's going on.
Yeah, I understand.
And you know she's stubborn. And she can be hard. So she's standing her ground, hoping that Cody would call. He ain't called. And the more she's there, it's 10 days. It's after 10 days. He ain't called for a daughter. She's thinking, surely he'll call. The reality is he don't love me no more.
Right.
She going through with Christine. He really don't love me. She's saying it out loud. It's really Robin.
Yes.
It's coming out of her mouth now.
It even came out of Cody's mouth. He said, where I have it written down, my loyal wife, we want something special for Christmas, so we're blocking out everyone else.
Absolutely. Because he, and Janelle said it, he doesn't want to be in a plural marriage. But he doesn't want to admit that. You know why? Because that's what Robin wants. And Robin knows that he's struggling.
Yes.
So their marriage is in a teeter-totter.
Yeah, she's getting nervous.
She's getting nervous because he doesn't want it.
Right. She hopes he doesn't leave her.
No, she hope that he still want plural marriage.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't, she's saying that's a deal breaker.
Yep, it's definitely a deal breaker.
I knew that would be a deal breaker. And I'm saying, but the thing that I don't understand, she had it. Why did she allow it to get this far out of her grips?
Well, like Mary said, what was the problem with this plural marriage was the different personalities. So maybe that could have been the downfall. Maybe they couldn't get together. And maybe when Robin came in and saw the dysfunction, maybe she didn't like them. Sorry.
No, I apologize. Go ahead.
And maybe she didn't like them. And it was just like, Cody, I want you to get rid of these people because I don't like them.
I think when Mary came in, I do believe that Mary never been in a plural marriage. I think that I don't know. I don't know what concoction her and Cody came up with. Whatever they thought, it didn't turn out the way they thought.
That is very
because
true.
one of the things, they wasn't expecting Christine to leave as abruptly as she left, and in the time in which she left.
Oh, yes.
So that was money that Christine took. And as far as Cody is concerned, that was like bad business. The thing is, skipping a little bit, thinking about money, it's curious how they got tons of gifts around the tree.
Yes.
And his other wife, Janelle's children have very little. I just...
Now, the rest of this episode was mostly Cody talking to his friend Nathan.
Therapy.
Yes, because he too has gone through a plural marriage that did not go out very well.
Absolutely.
And he said himself, Nathan, if I had cameras on me when I went through my divorce, I wouldn't look I wouldn't look too good in the light. So he said, have mercy on Robin and the rest of the wives. Because he feels like Cody...
I don't understand why do they look at the show? And if they do, why come anyone don't say to him, or maybe they know. I don't understand what they see or what they know that they don't try to tell him, this is not good the way you looking. I don't understand.
No, nobody's
saying, look, I get where you're coming from, bro, but you're looking funky. You really looking bad.
Yeah, you could definitely tell Nathan wasn't trying to tap on that because Cody was there.
Well, he was catering to whatever Cody was saying.
He was kind of just like, it was like, I'm not, maybe he was just like, if whatever I tell Cody, it's not really going to sink in.
Well, then why be there? Camera time?
Because
it just seemed like if Cody was saying, I understand that the sky is black and blue during the day, he would have been like, yes, it is black and blue during the day. You're lying. No, it's not. He'd be like, and I know it was raining cats and dogs, and I know, and the guy be like, it'll be raining cats and dogs. Yeah. And I was like, why are you doing this?
Yeah. He wasn't very helpful.
He wasn't helpful at all. None of his friends are to me.
I mean, the one advice that I like that he gave Cody was that you're going to have to be dealing with the darker side of yourself now. And then Cody took it to, I have this menacing monster in me that I just want to let out, but it's so hard to keep it down. And I don't want Robin to see this. Yeah, when Robin watched this, she's going to look back and see this monster you're talking about.
No. What he's saying, when Robin sees this, I'm thinking about dropping you too, boo. I'm thinking about running from all of it. I'm thinking about getting, and I know if you see this, it's going to make you insecure because he know their conversations.
Yeah, you're right.
Because she's already saying, I don't know, but she's calm about it. It's like, I don't know what Cody's going to do, but I do know that if he does leave, he's going to regret leaving his family. Right. In other words, if he leaves, he's going to regret leaving me. I know that.
Yeah.
And she knows it. And she's sitting up there proudly,
Yes.
My idea. Can I tell you my idea?
What's your idea?
I hope... Okay, this is so cruel. Okay. I know. He's talking about going rogue anyway. Going dark. So let him go dark and let him go and get a real young girl like 24 years old, 25 years old, blonde hair, real bubbly, and bring that around and let's see how Robin feels then. Let her feel what it... I know. I don't hate Robin. I don't. I really don't. She's doing what any woman would do. She's going after what she wants.
Okay.
However, I don't like the way she did it. I don't like the way that she came in and she was a part of the one thing she wanted was a family. Yes. And she was the one that tore it down. She could have said, no, Cody, I'm not sleeping with you. She could have said, no, Cody, no, you must go. She could have. She could have watched the whole series of, what was that used to come on? Big Love.
Oh.
And she didn't know. Give her some kind of idea of what it's like. No, I'm joking. But this episode to me, the saddest part was Janelle for me.
Yes, it was.
That was the saddest because a woman in pearls like that, I just wanted to help her. And the only comfort I got was, this was last year. Go ahead, baby.
Yeah, some things that I want to speed run through is how, first off, Cody finally said that he's going to be the devil that he is. But interestingly enough, he's talking about how he wants to run away from his problems, change his name. Yikes. But also that seems a bit childish at the same time.
No, it doesn't. It seems like somebody who's stressed out and won out. You keep living.
Okay.
Maybe one day you'll just feel one day you fed up on your job and you just want to quit and not go in no more. But you have to resist those things because we can't give in to our lower nature. And this is what he's struggling with.
Yeah,
he wants to run. And I understand because the walls are coming in.
Yes, they are.
Everything is on the line for Cody. He's been doing this show for almost 20 years, yes? So you look at all the years. I don't know if it's 20, but it's been a long time.
Season 18.
This has been his 18 years. So 18 years, this has been his source of income. Mm-hmm. He has lived good. He have had wives. His whole world, everything he knows is turned upside down.
Okay.
And the thing that he has to accept that he has yet to accept, slowly he's accepting that Robin is the part of it. That's why he's saying, I want to leave it all. Because she want plural, he doesn't want that. He just wants Robin and the kids. Robin saying this is a deal breaker. So now they jump out of the fire into the hot grease.
Yes, and he said that he doesn't know what changed about him over the years for him to not want to have these different wives.
The stress of it.
Okay, I like that. I
think it's the stress of it, you know?
Now, they briefly talked about this term of sacred loneliness. I'm trying to figure out, is this a real term or did Cody make it up?
Did you pull it up?
I don't know. I mean, Janelle seemed to know about it. She defined it as being okay with being lonely.
I don't think it's any sacredness about loneliness.
Oh.
I'm trying to, let me see, any sacredness in being isolated. I don't see anything sacred in it. I mean, I could see it if I went on a retreat and I wanted something spiritual and I said that I put myself on it and I separated myself from people because I wanted to be in tune to myself and into my higher nature. But to put it on me that way would be sacred. But to have it put on me as in life, as in my husband don't want to be with me and I'm left alone or my husband leave under these kind of circumstances. What's so sacred when he's with someone and I'm not?
Yes.
What's so sacred about that? Nothing sacred about loneliness. Loneliness hurt.
Yes.
When you're lonely, you're hurting. Loneliness don't feel good.
Yeah, you're right. Especially if you're looking at the other wife.
Even if it's no one there.
Yeah, you're right.
Loneliness is sickness. It makes you feel good. I mean, when you're lonely, you're not well. Mm-hmm. It makes you sick. It gives you depression. You don't feel good when you're lonely. You're longing for companionship. It's like being homesick. You're lonely for your family. You could be around a lot of people, but that's not your family. That's what loneliness is.
I would like to...
In my opinion.
Okay. I would like to end this off with a thought-provoking thing that I was wondering about what Nathan had said.
Okay.
He said that Cody has two options in this situation. You can either throw your hands up and accept it, or you can know that there's a redemption at the end. So, and maybe you can either give in to what Cody's basically saying, be this monster and destroy your life, or you can wait it out and know that there's going to be a better end at the
For
time.
either choice?
No, you will either have a better end if you wait this out, and maybe, when you seek redemption, I guess you take time to go within, do a little soul searching, and know that you'll come out on the better end of it and find a way to, or you can just basically drown and be stressed out and just let your feelings control you. That's at least how I interpret it. Because throwing your hands up and being like, hey, this is what it is, means you're basically saying, I have no control. Or you can say I can have control and there's going to be a better end to the situation.
Well, I'm going to talk about this sacred loneliness like Murray. That's dumb. So, okay. So I don't fully understand it. I'm feeling kind of droggy. So I have to really sit back and think about it.
Okay.
I'll probably be more perky next week. I took a little medicine and it made me a little drowsy. So if I'm not my bubbly self, I'm a little drowsy. But I'm going to weather through it because I really want to get it done. But nevertheless, we're just about done with this, right?
Yes, we are.
So what's going on? So I really want to understand more about this
Sacred
sacred
loneliness.
loneliness. I've never heard of such a thing. And whatever it is, I don't think loneliness is sacred.
No, not
and
at all.
I think loneliness is sad. And I don't think it's good that we're lonely, especially if we don't want to be.
Yes.
Loneliness is good if you choose to be lonely.
Exactly.
If I want to be sacred, then that's something, a choice. But thrust on me because I've been left or dumped or hurt.
Or because it's my religious practice.
I wouldn't practice a religion that causes me to be a sacred loneliness because it goes against scripture. Why? Because the Bible said it's not good that we should be alone. So I have to trust that. So with that being
like
said, that's what it said about Adam. When Adam was all alone, he said it's
you're right.
not good that man should be alone. And the Bible said he caused a deep sleep to fall on him. So and on with the story. So therefore, I don't know about sacred loneliness. That's why I said I needed time to really, really think about it. And there you have my answer. I just don't believe in such a thing. It could be, but whatever it is, I don't want to experience it.
Yes.
I know what loneliness is, and you can have it. So
Right. Yep. Well, that was
That's
episode.
it?
Yes, that was episode 4 of season 18.
And let me say this in our conclusion.
Okay.
I truly understand, Mary, from a broken place when you're left and she feels as though you're left with nothing. My heart aches for not Mary.
Oh, Janelle.
Janelle. But I know that she's going to be okay because she said it herself. I'm smart.
Yes.
And she will think her way out of it. And we haven't heard anything about it until now. So I have to believe that she's finding a way.
Yes.
And I hope that she gets her house because she deserves every inch of it, even if the company give it to her. I just feel as though everything is going to work out for Janelle. All of them. Because now it's starting to, as the season go, because one episode left, you see the breaking up. So now you can see, now Cody is more alone. So you can see more of his brokenness. You can see them individually. You can see where there's no room for Mary.
Yes.
Last season, this season, you just look creepy. You look like, can I say it?
Okay.
Like an ex-murderer that's waiting around for the opportunity.
I could see that.
You know, it's like, why you here?
Yeah.
Why you here in our family? I mean, they're actually not even acknowledging her now.
Yeah,
it's like
a creepy
our
obsession.
family. It's like, and now we can't even be comfortable around you. And she's got to pick up on all this. So
She said she felt like the other woman.
and to sit and watch it, it's beyond the Beyond Burger.
Okay.
That's all I got.
I like that.
So with that being said, go ahead, baby. Anything else?
No, that is it.
Well, we're going to see you next week. Go ahead.
Yes, this was season 14, season 18, episode 4 of Season Wives, airing on TLC at 10 p.m. on Sundays.
Please subscribe. Please,
And
what else
leave
can
your
we say?
comments.
Comments. We
And
love
like
it.
us.
We love it. We love it. We love it. Oh, we just
Share.
love it. Share with anyone. I mean, what else can we say?
Yes, we do tarot readings as well. If you're here just to catch up on Sister Wives and not familiar with our channel, we do tarot readings like News with Tarot.
And we do other people too. So we read on other shows and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So please join us. We love, this is one of our top shows. Thank
I
you for
enjoy
joining
it.
us.
Thought-provoking.
Thank you. Our viewers are starting to come up in numbers. We appreciate it. And you know what? We couldn't make it without you.
Yes.
So again, thank you. And until we meet again next week, have a wonderful, wonderful week. Stay strong, stay happy, and stay encouraged. And with that, sunflowers.